This is the beginning of our shrimp and grits. We have shrimp, we have andouille sausage, we have our corn grits, Red Mill, the best. We have a bottle of white wine. We have some heavy cream. We have carrots, and we have celery, and of course the onion. This will constitute our shrimp and grits, Cousin Leslie style, and we'll be back as we begin the process. First, we're going to peel the shrimp and save all of the shells. I have some head-on and head-off shrimp. Then we're going to slice up the andouille sausage into small, thin pieces, which we're going to cook later to add to the sauce at the end. So we've cut the andouille sausage. We have taken the shells all off the shrimp and put them in the pan. Next, we're going to cut up the carrots and the celery and the onion, and then put about 3/4 of a bottle of wine, white wine, in here, and a tad of water, and we're going to start the process. So now we have everything in here. We've poured the wine in. We'll just put a little more for good measure. And we poured the wine in, a little bit of water, carrots, celery, onions. We're going to let that cook down into a sauce. And now we're going to begin the grits. Be right back. Okay, so we bring the water to a boil with a pinch of salt. One ingredient I forgot to mention is a stick of butter. So we're going to add our cup of grits to the boiling water. We're going to stir it, and we're going to let that go for just a few minutes, and then I'll be right back. So once it starts to thicken, turn the temperature way down. We're going to let it simmer, and we're going to add about a cup of heavy cream. You gotta watch out for your grips here, because they will pop and burn you if you are not careful. Now, just to add insult to injury, we're going to put a stick of butter in there. Oh my goodness. I tell you what, it's going to clog a few arteries. So we've got the grits. I've got this splash guard on there because if you've ever had hot grits splash on you, it's like hot oil. Over here, we've got our sauce starting to develop. Look at that nice orange color from the shrimp shells. Oh yeah. If you could smell that, yeah, you'd like it. We're going to take this beautiful old cast iron skillet, and we're going to bring over the andouille sausage. That will be our next thing we cook. Okay, so we're cooking down the sausage. Still got the grits going over here, looking pretty good. Got the sauce cooking back here, looking really nice, smelling really good. And then we're going to put these right here in the bowl once they're out of here, and then we're going to get on to the shrimp. Okay, now we've removed all of the sausage. We have the pan. Now we need to deglaze this, so we're going to take some juice. Oh yeah. And we're going to put that in here, and we're going to move it around, take some more. And we're going to get all those good flavors out of that pan. Oh yeah, there we go. So we've got that all deglazed. Now come the shrimp. Now we've got the shrimp going, and they're going to brown up on each side. You don't have to cook them all the way through if you don't want, because we're going to add them back to the sauce a little later. So everything's looking good. Sauce is fantastic. Grits look great. Gonna be a good meal. So the shrimp are cooking up. We've already flipped them once. You got to be careful with them. Don't let them get too overcooked. And we're going to remove them to this bowl and get ready for the sauce. Now we're going to take the sauce off of here, and we're going to take it over and strain it. Oops. Okay, we're going to continue to strain this, and I'm having trouble with it, but let's see here. So we got that in there, and we're going to try to push all of the goodness out of that. And then I'm going to get the rest of this in there. You want to get all you can out of there. See it coming out. That's food gold. Now we've got the sauce strained out here. We're going to put the shrimp pan back on the grill, on the stove, and we're going to put a little more sauce in. And we're going to deglaze this pan. Get all that good stuff out. Cook it down just a little bit. And now we're going to put in, about a cup of heavy cream. And we're going to let that cook down a little. And as it begins to cook down, we're going to add some more of the sauce to it. And then we're getting real close to eating. So we're letting the cream cook down just a little bit. And we'll let it come to a slight boil for a while. And then we're going to add some of our stock to it. And we'll be right back. Okay, so we've got that boiling good. We've got our sauce over here. We're going to come add some to it. And this should turn a very nice color. We're going to let that cook in, and we'll try it here in a few minutes. And we're getting very close to eating. Okay, now we're going to let this cook down a little bit. And we're going to add the shrimp. Now I've cut the shrimp into more bite-sized pieces. It's not fully cooked through, so we're going to let it cook in here and finish off. Then we're going to add the andouille sausage and pour it on the shrimp, on the grits over here, and we're eating. So we'll be back in just a second. Okay, the shrimp is completed cooking. We're going to add our andouille sausage. Give it a stir. Let it heat back up. We're going to plate it with a nice helping of grits. So here we have the finished product. Grits, and we spooned the sauce with the shrimp and the sausage on top of it. Bon appetit.